My name is Richie, aka Rich 3D. I'm a Toronto photographer. Been shooting since 2016. I shoot a little bit of everything from sneakers to cityscapes to portraits to lifestyle. Cover a little bit of everything. My motto or mantra, if you will, is progress, not perfection. I always believe they should strive to be better each day. Perfection should never be the goal. What makes me want to go out and shoot every day? Every day is a new challenge. Every day is something new that you can see out there that you can add your own personal touch to create your vision or something that goes along with your vision. So I just feel every day just presents a new challenge and you just have to get out there and shoot. When I'm out shooting, I'm a fan of brick. A lot of brick, a lot of grayscale, a lot of concrete. So a lot of my shoots tend to have that more industrial, urban kind of feel. I really do enjoy shooting in a more urban landscape. So read the question. Dark chocolate or milk chocolate? Nah, it's gotta be like me, milk chocolate, come on. Where in Toronto did you grow up? Scarborough! What would you label yourself as, an entrepreneur, enthusiast, or straight up grammer? I'd say I'd fall under more of the entrepreneur and enthusiast, not a grammer. No one wants to be a grammer. It's boring. If you could do a flash mob, where would it be? It's such a random question. It would definitely be somewhere in Scarborough, something random. Like I'd probably go like near Scarborough Town Center, near the RT, and just do it in the middle where everybody walks, where that like little blue tunnel is when you walk out from the RT. I'd probably do it there. Pineapple on pizza? No, we're canceling that. We're not doing pineapple on pizza. Also, that's usually when you have swine on your pizza. I don't do that. As a creator, how do you overcome ideation obstacles? Who writes ideation? Like
Rajeev.
Like this guy went to Webster's and started writing this shit out. Like, just take a break. Sometimes that's what you have to do. Just don't put the pressure on yourself. Just take a break. And then let things flow naturally. Don't force it. Favorite food joint in the city? This is too hard. I'll say Alwyn's. Would you create full-time? Yeah, I would. If the opportunity presented itself, I would definitely create full-time. As long as it's in a space that I'm comfortable with and something I find challenging and engaging, I would definitely do it. What's your favorite movie of all time? It's a tie between Friday and Next Friday, but I'll probably go with Friday since it's the OG. How many pairs of shoes do you own? I've actually lost count. I'm going to say it's somewhere around 200. Recently, I sold a couple of things that I don't wear, but I'll get back to you and let you know. Creative goal in the next 6 months. I haven't actually set a particular goal for the next 6 months, but I definitely would like to work with a brand within the next 6 months. So if that's anything, get back to me in 6 months. I'll let you know how it goes. What do you think of IG removing the likes counter? I was noticing a lot of people were just creating content strictly to get likes. So if something happened in the city or some like little special event was happening, people would just flock to it to shoot it just for the simple fact that they knew that they were going to get a lot of engagement, and not because they, truthfully wanted to display that bit of artistry. I feel now, especially I've seen a lot of people's feeds change, and they're going back to their roots, kind of the things that they do like to shoot and like to showcase, as opposed to what they think their audience will like. See, the difference with the Raptors is it really brought the city together. So I can see why a lot of people wanted to shoot Raptors-oriented things, because that really brought the nation together as a whole. I'm more so talking about the little pop-up stuff that comes up in Toronto, like on a weekend or something like that. Something that's overkill. So for instance, last year with I believe it was the Sunflowers, and they end up having to shut it down because the highway was so backed up. And that happened strictly because, a few blogs posted that, oh, hey, you could take cool pictures at this sunflower farm. The moment it got posted as something being popular, everybody ran out to it. What's your starter pack for leaving the house? Starter pack for leaving the house? Camera bag. I pretty much take my camera with me everywhere I go. You'll usually catch me with a Raptors hat on, and definitely probably a pair of Jordan ones. Like these ones right here. 2 words that comes to mind when you read this. JFX. Nature and brown guy. Hyphenated brown guy. Thoughts on the new sneaker culture? Where do I begin with this one? In 2019, everybody's a sneakerhead. It's so crazy to see that literally You see 11-year-olds wearing Yeezys now. You see grandparents wearing Yeezys now. Like it went from being a small subculture and we were considered like weirdos even say like 7-8 years ago to now it's extremely mainstream. Do I think it's oversaturated? Definitely. It's become a little bit more gimmicky, but hey, that's what happens with pretty much any subculture once it becomes mainstream, right? It gets a lot more difficult to cop stuff now because, you know, you go to enter a raffle and it's like 200 people are in a lineup, takes you an hour just to enter one. If you're really into it and you really like it, then you'll stick it out and you'll do what you have to do, right? If your life was a song, what would that title be? Oh man, that's a tough one. Y'all don't know.
Sanji's question.
Oh my gosh, if your song was a life, what would that title be? Misunderstood. Best thing that happened to me today is I woke up and doing this. Favorite city you photographed and why? Oh, no brainer. Favorite city I photographed is Toronto. It's where I was born and raised. I wouldn't have it any other way. I photographed a few other cities, but just the diversity in Toronto, you know, moving around like half hour, 40 minutes away, the different scapes that you can capture adds to the creativity and diversity that the city really brings and showcases. So yeah, definitely Toronto. Do you skip leg days? No, I never skip leg days, okay? Leg days are very important, especially when you have to lug around all that camera equipment and you have to do all kinds of squats just to get your shots. Sanjeev knows all about my crazy squat poses that I have to do to get my pictures. So no, I never skip leg days. Personal best, 345 pound squat. Thank you very much. Thoughts on Drake? Drake, I mean, what can we say? He literally put Toronto on the map. As much as, you know, we might think some of his songs might be corny and whatnot, can't discredit what he's done for the city and how much he's repped for the city. So, is he my all-time top 10? Yeah, he's in my all-time top 10. I mess with Drake. What's going on, Drake? What's going on, Aubrey? What's the most used app on your phone? Definitely WhatsApp. Second is definitely Instagram. What is the most memorable moment from your childhood? I remember going to my first Raptors game at Skydome. That was pretty cool. And then to see us win a championship 20 some odd years later, yeah, that's definitely one of my highlights. If you could have one superpower, what would that be? To be able to travel faster. I don't like Toronto traffic at all. What do you think of the title influencer? Oh my goodness. Okay, nowadays influencers are almost seen as a negative. I guess the big question we would have to ask ourselves, what are we influencing? Are we influencing somebody's shopping preference? Are we trying to get them to buy into something? Or can an influencer be positive and just bring light to a situation? Influencer can be somebody who brings to light new travel ideas and, you know, things that are of interest to people. I prefer enthusiast. Influencer just sounds really gimmicky nowadays, so I avoid that tag. Are you scared of Malvern? No, I'm not scared of Malvern. I grew up in Scarborough, so Malvern is just another division. I went to school at MT for night school, so no. And that girl's head got thrown through the trophy case in her first night. I was okay. How has basketball influenced you? Ball is life. Growing up as a kid, loved watching Michael Jordan play, watching the Bulls and whatnot. Once we got our own team here in Toronto, that just became like the pinnacle. Ball just allows you to connect with like brand new people. You might not have anything else in common, but you have that one sport that you have in common, which is basketball, and I just feel it brings everybody together in the community. What phone are you using, and do you still shoot with it? So I'm using Samsung Note 9. Shout out to Richie for the recommendation. I actually try to do a little bit of behind the scenes, even when I'm shooting with somebody. I try to use my camera and my video just to, you know, get a little bit of more content and whatnot. But yeah, some days I'll actually go out and not use my DSLR, and I'll actually just shoot with my mobile phone just to get, I don't know, sometimes it's one of those things where just you need to get reacquainted with it. And a phone is just better sometimes than your actual camera. So yeah, I still use it. Name a skill that is still unmastered. I still got a bit to learn in Photoshop, but I would definitely, that's definitely a Sanji type question. I haven't mastered quantum physics yet. What is a book that everyone needs to read? The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. It's actually a really good read. It's an easy read, but it actually tells you about the little simple things that you can change in your day-to-day that A, help you maximize your time, and B, actually help you with your mental space. First thing that comes to mind when you hear the word majestic, and SK squared, aka Sanjeev. Majestic, that's it. All you see is his hand, and everything else is blurred out. That's like his signature move. Who is your favorite artist? My all-time favorite artist, believe it or not, is actually Mariah Carey. R&B is my thing. One word to sum up the internet. Crazy. Just crazy. What makes you smile the most? Seeing your completed work after you export it. That's it.
Any closing remarks?
No, just lock it up.
Lock it up.
Alright, man. Thank you.
Hey, thanks for having me, man. I really appreciate it.